In a small, forgotten village, nestled between rolling hills and a winding river, a young boy named Vincent was born. His world was one of dusty roads and humble homes, where every day was a struggle for survival. Vincent's mother, a woman with a heart as vast as the sky, worked tirelessly to provide for him. He saw the lines of worry etched on her face, and a fire ignited in his young heart. He knew he had to help. From a very young age, Vincent became her little shadow, helping carry water from the communal well, tending to their small vegetable patch, and even learning to mend torn clothes. His compassion wasn't limited to his own home. Vincent noticed the struggles of his neighbors too. He saw the elderly woman next door, who couldn't carry her own firewood, and the children who had no shoes to wear. Without a second thought, he started organizing the other village kids. Together, they formed a small brigade of helpers. They'd gather firewood for the elderly, share their meager lunches with those who had none, and even started a small community garden, sharing the harvest with everyone. Vincent's simple acts of kindness began to weave the villagers closer together, turning a collection of struggling families into a strong, supportive community. As Vincent grew into a young man, he realized that kindness alone couldn't solve the deeper problems plaguing his village. The river they depended on was becoming polluted by a factory upstream. Their land was being threatened by developers, and their pleas for help were ignored by distant authorities. The fire in his heart now blazed with a new purpose: justice. He spent his nights reading books by candlelight, learning about laws, rights, and the power of a collective voice. He started by writing letters, simple but powerful, detailing the villagers' plight. When the letters went unanswered, he knew he had to do more. Vincent began to speak. At first, it was just in the village square, his voice filled with the passion and pain of his people. He spoke of their right to clean water, to their ancestral land, and to a future for their children. His words resonated deeply with the villagers who had long felt voiceless. Soon, people from neighboring villages started coming to listen. His small gatherings grew into larger rallies. He organized peaceful protests, leading marches with a quiet determination that inspired everyone around him. He faced threats and intimidation, but the memory of his mother's worried face and the sight of his struggling community fueled his resolve. His efforts started to attract the attention of journalists and human rights organizations. The story of the boy from the poor village who dared to stand up against injustice began to spread. The pressure mounted on the authorities and the factory. Investigations were launched, and for the first time, the powerful were held accountable. The factory was forced to install filtration systems, and the land developers were halted. It wasn't a complete victory, but it was a start. It was a beacon of hope. Vincent never left his village. He became a community leader, an advocate, and a living testament to the idea that one person's courage can spark a revolution of change. His story teaches us that no matter where we come from, we all have the power to make a difference. It starts with a simple act of kindness, a desire to help, and the courage to speak up for what is right. Vince's journey from a helpful boy to a fearless activist reminds us that the fight for a better world begins in our own backyards, with love for our community and an unshakable belief in justice. Thank you for watching. If Vince's story inspired you, please like, share, and subscribe for more stories of courage and change.